And good morning, Miss Francine. You look lovely as ever, darling.
Good morning. Thank you.
Yeah, my computer
Last night
decided.
call was so awesome. It was so good to see some familiar faces. It was incredible. And I had more reach out even after for the recording, and they were watching the Facebook. So pretty exciting.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was really fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was good because you know I didn't see mine on there, so I'm not gonna.
I saw you.
Well, you saw me, yeah, but my invitees, my folks.
Ernest was there.
Yeah, I saw Ernest.
Yeah, Ernest was there. We had people watching. Gwen watched on Facebook. Like I mentioned, there were a bunch of people that looked at
Oh,
it on Facebook and stuff. I was streaming.
Nice.
Mm.
oh, cool, because I didn't see any of my people either.
Yeah, I didn't either. Me either, Twyla. I didn't see any of mine.
And I got a hold
So
of almost all of them, if not at least left a message.
Me too.
will be good to send out the recording and
Yeah.
tag them on Facebook for the recording. Because the
Yeah,
time was a bit, in the middle of the late, but it was a good turnout.
the fact that you guys were up was killing me. I was like, they did not just schedule this at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, wow. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Miss Adela.
I have about 10 minutes to be on today. We have to go for blood work.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
All the fun things.
Yep. Yearly physicals and blood work and blah, blah, blah. The older
Just
you
reminds me
get,
that you're still alive.
yes, praise God. My sisters and I laugh because it's like the conversations are like, what hurt you today? What's the doctor appointment for today? Although we're pretty healthy. This is just our physical, so we're good.
I'm glad I've doubled up on the Everglow, my aches and pains I had. I'd
Really.
done something to my shoulder, and now that it's getting to the point that it don't hardly hurt. And I'm like,
Mm.
okay, yay.
Yeah.
I know, Twyla. I that Everglow when I first started it, it just wow. I said I couldn't believe it.
Well, I was taking it once a day. Well, at first I was taking it twice a day. Then I went down to once a day, and then I'm like, you guys are all saying, well, it'll help if you have it aches or pain. And I says, I pulled that muscle, so I went to it, and I went, oh man, I feel better. And I told
I'm
Paul because he had pulled the muscle too somewhere, and he's going, oh yeah, this is working.
It's remarkable. I mean, I love I actually stopped the what was the one I was getting in the little bottle? Because I had it on auto ship. I liked the taste, but I was not getting the same result.
Yeah, that's the thing is if you're not getting the results, it's like, why am I taking this?
Yeah.
I can't wait till we get that. What is it, Moringa or something?
The new moringa.
Yeah, I can't wait to get
Yeah,
that.
it sounds awesome. I liked the
Hmm.
stuff I had been taking before, but when I heard we were getting that, I didn't order anymore.
That's exciting. I guess my brother Rufus, his doctor tells him he has to be on potassium pills, and he doesn't want to do that. And I said, well, this is going to be better for you. Just wait until April.
What's his
What do we
Count.
have? What
I
do
don't
we
know.
have that he could take right now that would help that has
Well,
potassium in it?
he takes the noni and he's taking the Everglow. I don't know what else we have.
I wonder if he
Mm.
takes the stuff what's in the bottle. I've got it in the fridge. Let me go look at
the
it.
noni,
Oh,
what's it? Noni
Aluma,
collagen?
Illumi.
Aluma.
No, he doesn't take that.
Or
No,
how
but
about
You want
he's
the
Limu? Limu?
Limu? Or
Lima.
the how about the Noni collagen? What's it got in it? Let me go look here.
Oh, those little tiny bottles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those are expensive, man. I bought those once. I thought, oh, I can't afford those every month.
but they
Well, I
are
was getting them.
yummy.
Yeah, they
I'm
They're
are.
gonna take one
yummy.
out right now.
Yeah, they're yummy. But after the Everglow, I just
That's
I don't
good,
see what they
Sandy.
were doing. Hmm?
That's good, I said.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to take my Everglow right now. I thought, oh no, I can't take nothing. I had a fast last night. That's right. So no coffee right now, no nothing. And it's 6:15 in the morning. I'm dying.
The one
Oh.
time I went and took blood tests, I told them all I did was take vitamin stuff, and when they took my blood test, they said you're fine. They just
Yeah,
need to
they
look for it.
they said we can take our blood pressure pill, but not I can't take Everglow and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
throw it in a bottle, and when you're done, suck it down.
Yeah, I'll probably take it with me. I will do that. Okay. I'm gonna take me off, put me on mute because I gotta get my husband up. But I'm still here.
Okie dokie. All right. Well,
Hey,
good morning, everybody. So great to see all my lovely people from all across the country right now, all across the North American continent. You guys are fantastic. I've got Northerners. I constitute myself as a Southerner right now, although even though I'm as far south as I am, I'm still not a Southerner. And I've even got, all you folks in the middle. So God bless you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it is, as was noted on last night's call, always impressive to see people from all the North American time zones just represented in a call. From one coastline to the other. We've got
Yeah, because we had Australia in there too. Wow.
yeah, we had Australia in the house. Mr. Harper was in the house. I mean, we got other continents playing with us. Like this is awesome. And it's just it goes to show how far reaching a little bit of love can go. And that little bit of love all started off with Mr. and Mrs. Harper. Thank you guys very much, by the way, for all that you've done, all that you do. We greatly appreciate it. We'll never be able to express fully how much we appreciate you for all that you guys do for us. But know that it's on our minds and in our hearts all the time. Um,
Sure, sure,
and
sure.
yeah, right.
Stop it. Don't make me cry. Stop
I
that.
can't help myself. I'm in an emotional mood this morning.
No, it's teamwork. We really appreciate everyone, and this is just the beginning. I mean, I'm shocked to
The
see the
pic,
kind of success we've had in such a short time. So
the picture
we're
last night. I think everyone in there has joined up.
the one from Vegas
yes, the first picture.
The one, yeah, when we were at your at your
at the
time
Airbnb. Yeah.
at your
Yes,
Airbnb. I looked in there and go,
yes.
we're all signed
Everyone,
up.
I think, except yeah, pretty much
I wasn't
ninety
there.
percent. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, everyone an extension of everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it grew from that. And it was,
And
yeah,
you were right.
again,
We were all on our way out. Paul and I, we had said we were at our last one
yeah.
until
yeah,
you brought this in.
I had actually paid for that one, but I was so discouraged. I was on my way out because I just didn't go merely
I
because,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I was scheduled to go, but
I didn't
then
buy a ticket.
I got this call and this Zoom, and hey, Mama
You know how
Sandy.
you
Yeah. It's very interesting. I mean, honestly, when Mr. and Mrs. Harper first mentioned it to me, and I'm not lying, I just was like, okay, so where do I sign? I didn't think twice about it. That's how ready I was to not be in the former company.
Well, it was
despite my
like us
willingness to
too.
tough it out and make the best of it for as long as I needed to be, when shown the opportunity, the better opportunity to move to some place so much more fitting with who we are and who I am, uh, I was so ready to just be like, okay, where, when, and where. Just tell me when and where. That's all I want to know. And yeah, I was super happy to be able to make that hop over. It was great. It was really awesome.
Paul kept on
And
saying, Dana kept pulling me out, and we were talking, and he never would say exactly what until the next week. We got it a week later, and he says, that's what he had to be talking to me about. He goes,
Well, I
but
had
it was
just gotten a shipment with that rebrand, that yellow box of Sunrise, and I started reading, and then I was calling Data, and I guess we kind of found out at the same time that they were changing our formulations because we were getting some of the same symptoms that we had
back,
had prior to Kiani. And when we looked
back.
at those ingredients, I said, "Oh my goodness!" And I was so upset.
Well,
Um,
we noticed it when it couldn't pass Health Canada. If it can't pass Health Canada, that means they changed it.
mm,
yeah, something
and
happened, and that was all the red flags start flying up, and you're like, wait, something's happening. Like we're not feeling the same. It's no longer accepted in a different country. Like what's going on?
Well,
What happened? And we
on
weren't
top of
being
that,
notified of any
my
of the changes.
diabetic friends who had been taking it are saying, "I'm not getting the results."
yeah, my blood pressure was spiking, and I'm going, "What's going on here?"
Yeah. And so yeah, noticing all that stuff and finally putting all the pieces together, and we're like, oh no, wait a second, like go check out the labels on the packaging and see what happened. And yep, sure enough, the
Yep,
labels have
grab an
changed.
old box to a new box and where it's coming
Uh-huh.
in from, and it's like it's not wild Alaska blueberries; it's just wild blueberries.
It wasn't even
And
wild, it
that
was just organic.
I
Oh,
don't think it's
organic.
any
That's
wider.
right. Yeah,
It wasn't
organic,
even
and
wild, it
that's
was organic.
oh
And yeah,
yay.
yeah. So it was the changeover. Again, another part of partner code that I love. The partner bill of rights, where
Yep.
they tell you right up front, like we're not making a change without you guys all agreeing to it first. Like, thank you. You know, knowing that walking in the door here, we're like, okay, good, because our last company did not warn us when that was
And
about to
then didn't
change.
tell us. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one thing to say, but basically you had to double up to take what you were taking before to get the results.
Yeah, it was definitely a big switch over from what we had been used to, and that was wow, very different. Ah, thanks,
Now
Mrs.
I
Hunter.
now, now I'm having to
Sorry,
learn.
guys. I'm listening to you. Jerry had asked for that invite framework from yesterday night for the Discover call, so I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget. So, Jerry, I posted it in the accountability
Telegram chat.
Telegram chat, and he can hear me because I don't think his interpreters.
Interpreters, she's on. She's signing.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Both of my interpreters are on right now.
Yes,
Yeah,
but ditto to everything I mean, it's just what the timing was perfect. And that's why when I posted, I said, you know what, this is phase two. Now it's time to grow, right? How many people need this? In fact, I got a message from who texted me yesterday? There are leaders looking for a home right now, actively. People, not just leaders. In fact, we had a call with James, Dana, and I, and he mentioned, sometimes it's easy, like Mama Sandy, you know a lot of people in
Hmm.
the industry. You've known people for a long, like leaders, big leaders,
Hmm.
time. He said, but you know what? Sometimes those leaders, some of them they're not like Dana and I, where we were willing to lose it all to start over and give you
Hmm.
guys the choice. Some leaders like to just move their whole team, whether you know it or not, over. Partnerco wouldn't do that because they just don't. Um, and some people, they want, that big money, right? They want to be paid. And, rightly so, we understand, you work so hard to build a community, to build a business. I mean, you feel like you deserve to um, have some sort of value, monetary value for the worth of what you've built. And that's why some leaders, they won't move unless you offer them like big money or something crazy.
Payout to bring everybody over.
Right.
But
But
the thing is if you think about it, you get the payout because you go up in rank that fast. You pull all the bonuses, you get all the money, you get all the stuff, and
exactly.
like,
And
what
basically,
the
I mean, with partner code, that was the idea. It's like you if you start to build, there's still so much in the compensation plan that you gain when you get started. But what the point of what I'm saying is think about then all the people that are in those teams that are unhappy in the industry. And there are so many right now that are unhappy.
I got
And
some I'm gonna call.
right. And they might not be saying it out loud. Maybe their leaders are the one up front and talking, whatever. But while the leaders are dragging their feet, you know, we had to release you all because we knew that it was not okay. It was not good. You know what I
No.
mean? Not only are you, you're not making money, how do you make money? Oh, focus on five. What the, like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like the builder bonus and all that stuff where you knew like you had a chance. Mama Sandy consistently earned the builder bonus, you know? So when the whole team is not making leadership money and a big shift happens in the company, everyone else in the business, the team, the people are hurting. And that's something Dan and I did not want on our conscience. We wanted to at least have an opportunity where people felt like they could win, right? Yeah, you might not be going on the biggest trips. It takes time to get there, and, to grow the skill, to, have the right positioning in your business. But what about the day to day? Do you have an opportunity to just earn income or earn something, just, feel, or at least get the value of the products that you're taking? When all those things are gone, there's really no opportunity for everyone else, right? So there are people out there underneath these leaders or in those businesses, like Mama Sandy, like, we were speaking with James, he's like, let's go for the everyone else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Leaders may drag their feet because they have, yeah, even if a leader loses, 60% of their money, they're still making maybe $6,000, $7,000 a month. That's still a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But when someone in the team who was once making $2,000 to augment their income loses almost everything, and now they're barely bringing in, $200 or whatever, or don't even have an opportunity to generate that, they're hurting. And then maybe the products are not what they used to experience. Just think about everything you experienced, right? So
Yeah.
how many people? All of a sudden, it opens the door to so many. So now your language starts to change when you're talking to people. Rather than waiting for this big leader that you want to haul in that's going to just maximize your second, third, fourth line. Now you're thinking everyone else, right?
Yeah.
Optimizing 13,000 is nothing when you think about the one leader probably has like 1,000, 2,000 people on their team. Maybe 500 of those are builders that actually dependent on the income. And like now, Amari, do you know Amari? There's a rumor that Amari might go affiliate within a year. Do you
Yeah, I
think
heard that.
do you think the people are not feeling it? They're feeling it, just like we were feeling it when they started to skimp out on the ingredients on the product, when they started to cut away the compensation plan. The feels are happening as we speak. I know Erica's not on the line, but she said she's got some leaders she's connecting Dana and I to. They're not like they're people, they're not happy. And
Right.
like people they said people are looking for something else right now.
Well, I know a bunch of them that weren't working. The whole, or at least one of them wasn't working. The other, like they got somebody off already, and they were um somebody was at home now. Now they're all back to working, and I'm thinking, and they're not happy.
No.
And I was like, but now I think we're allowed now, aren't we, to just go in and talk to them?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The year is up.
Okay, so
The year is up. We're free to speak
that's
to
good.
as
I'll
many
just,
as
well, we were good friends with them, and they were in a different group. They weren't even in my downline or anywhere near me, but we hung out at Carrying Hands trip, and oh heck, became best buddies. But I'm just going to give them a jingle, or at least text them and say how they're doing, because I know
Well,
she went back to work and she was a stay-at-home mom, and they were. And she said, I asked her, I said, well, how are things going? One day she said, nothing's going.
and that's why we like this framework. Study it a little bit, read it over, because it's not necessarily scripted, it's more the flow on how to talk to people, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go read mine over. Good.
Remove the resistance. So diffuse the bomb. I think Louis has it pulled up there, right?
I'm about to.
This is an inviting script for the Discover Partner Co. But you want to prep people, right? You want to kind of get in there and talk to them and help them to warm up. And then you want to try to send them a little something just to kind of like a teaser, could be your one link. But the idea is to invite them to kind of feel the pulse of the company. I always tell people, when I'm inviting them to a presentation or this Discover presentation, it's like, you know what? There's no obligation, but it's free to look, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
As adults, we make decisions based on information. Come and get some information. I remember we joined the IPA before we got on the IPA before we signed up, and I was just like, "Ooh, wow, what a community!" I had never seen anywhere where everyone was just like spilling the beans, so to speak. You know, in the other
And they're,
company, go ahead, Twyla.
I was going to say, they made you feel at home here.
Yes,
When we were in the
exactly.
other company, I wasn't felt like should even be there. Oh, you're one of those, They
Right.
were always saying it was like, hush, hush, we can't talk around you about anything we're
Exactly.
doing. And I'm like, here, they're open. Hey, try this. Hey, try this.
And
Call me
it's
if you need something.
right. Right. In fact, I was a bit overwhelmed with the kindness, which is very rare um in the climate of what we're living through right now. Everyone is so standoffish and selfish and in their own head and opinionated and all this stuff. And so to have a community, be it virtual in person, where people are just they're putting on their best sweater. They're putting on their best selves. They are like-minded in the goal to do something good, right? Be it for health, be it financial, and they're working together. They've agreed to work together. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful stock of humans, right? Which is so rare to attract good people together in this time. So when you're talking to people, be real, right? Be real with them. So this framework, the first part says, diffuse the bomb. It's been a
And for
long
those of
time,
you, if you guys aren't watching it, I did put it up on the screen and sharing my
right?
screen right
So
now.
number one, you diffuse the bomb, remove the resistance to awkwardness. This helps the conversation feel intentional, not random, not pitchy, allows you to get straight to the point, right? For example, this is an example because you know the person, you're gonna know how you're gonna talk to them, right? It's like, hey, Julie, this might feel a little out of the blue, but I wanted to reach out intentionally, right? So that's nice because you're thinking about them. So I used this framework to send a voice note yesterday. The person responded, "Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for sending this." It's amazing how just a little attention makes people warms people up towards you. I haven't spoken to this lady. Sure, I met her randomly. How did I meet her? Met her through something I was doing, but I stayed connected. Oh, I met her on a flight. I was flying first class. Yes. Met her on a flight. It was like 3 years ago or so, like during COVID or something. But, kicked it off and just kind of kept in communication with her. And I've been working with this framework and some of the other scripts, some of the stuff we learned from Big Al. How many of you watched the training with Big Al? Right?
I loved it. I loved it.
Amazing. Would it be okay if been using that one all week? It's beautiful.
I
Right?
used your voice thing yesterday. I,
Oh,
I sent it out, but like I said, I don't. Patience, Sandra.
you know, and so this lady
was so warmed up when I used this approach. Just kind of, hey, I know, this is out of the blue. Just wanted to reach out intentionally. And then number two, you go right into why them. If there's something specific about that person, maybe, we've been doing the engagement sandwich on Facebook. Most of us know the people, like their lives, what's going on. And if you're not familiar, you can just go back, scroll up on their profile, see what's going on. Maybe a child was sick recently, or there's a graduation that happened, or this life events, or whatever it is, or whatever you share something specific, genuine reasons why you thought about them. And then it makes the message more personable, more disarm. If you disarm their wall, right? And you focus on character traits or patterns that you've observed in them. Erica asked a question the other day. She was saying, hey, most people are familiar with our, network marketing scripts, so I don't want to use them. But as you can see, this is not a scripting, this is a framework, right? People don't want to know what you know, they want to know how much you care, right? So this is us showing people that we actually care about them, because we do, especially if we want them to be in partner code. Partner code, like Mr. Louis had, we got soul, right? Partner code's got soul. It's a good, real community. So here's an example. I've always seen you as really optimistic and driven. I've always seen you as someone that's really straightforward and caring about everyone around you. You're an entrepreneurial and you seem open to growth and new ideas. I know that you're doing a lot out there. You're making things happen, girl. Change it up. You get the idea, but be yourself, okay? And if you want different ideas of how to speak as yourself, ChatGPT has studied you very well. You've been putting a whole bunch of things in there. You can copy all of this and say, make this sound like me. I mean, that's our copywriting, right? So you've trained Chat. Chat knows how you talk. So if you're stuck, right? If you're stuck in knowing how you sound, put it in there. Say, hey, based on everything you've seen me put in here, can you make this sound more like me? And then it will give you ideas. Okay, based on all this stuff, this is how you would say something like that. And then you'll feel it out. Like, okay, yeah, this is more me, right? And then it's like you've always had, and if it's someone that they're just like, leadership, they're doing their thing, and there are people out there just doing their thing, trying their best, right? And so just say, hey, you've always had these leadership qualities and that's what made me think of you. That's why I reached out to you, right? So I would add that when you get into using this part of the script, sometimes maybe you might have already talked about something with them. Maybe like, Twyla said, hey, I know this person, I'm going to reach out to them, right? But when it comes to the inviting part of it, be very intentional with it, right? Go in, use the framework. That way they know that, it's, you don't want people to, for example, I break it up. If I reconnected with the person just to catch up and hear from them, I listen, quick to listen, slow to speak, right? I listen, I let the conversation go, I engage, I hear them, I feel them, encourage them whatever way, and then I let that go. And then later on, I'll go back and say, hey, this is probably out of the blue, but I just wanted to reach out intentionally. Now I have a reason, okay? Hey, I just wanted to say something real quick because thought about everything that we talked about. I mean, you're just someone that's just so driven. You're doing so much, trying to take care of your kids, For example, this other lady is like, her husband, she just got a divorce, 3 weeks. She's trying to heal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm like, you told me so much. So now you go in and say, but I respect you a lot, right? And now you go into number 3, giving just enough relevant content to spark interest without overwhelming them, right? Don't verbal vomit, right?
That's a
We
big
know
problem, at least mine.
industry term verbal vomiting. We want them to know all the things. But just like in the Million Mentorship, if you're not on the Million Mentorship, whoever's watching this, I mean, I think everyone here is going to be on.
Not me. I got one more guy.
Come on. Tomorrow is going to be amazing. They're launching something. Anyway, let me not sidestep. but I would love to boast and put your flyers everywhere for qualifying. Okay, so you give it a don't overwhelm them. Highlight what makes this whatever you're about to offer unique, especially the things that would matter to them. So think about the person. For example, hey, I'm part of a global movement. It's all over the world, 50 countries, growing so much, over 400 million already, and they're really rushing towards that billion mark. They pioneered a system that everyone is using to work from home, work from phone. People are building their income online. It's so much fun. It's such a positive community. It's growing, it's scaling up. And I thought that it might really align with you, and align with everything that you're doing already. Would it be okay? Can you scroll up? You know, you know, it aligns with something that you might be interested in, right? Now, number 4 goes into the owl and question. If I were able to show you how this can align with you and not take so much more of your time, but give you your time freedom back, would you be open to knowing how we're able to do that? That's the training, right? From Big Al. If I were able to benefit, then the question, would you be interested? Would you want to know? Right? If I was able to show you how a lot of people are able to get off their medication, help themselves, their families, and also make some great income by just sharing, would you be open to seeing how they did it? Right? Very low pressure, you know, just pick something that relates to them. Pick something that relates to them. So it says close with a low pressure question that invites curiosity, not commitment. You're simply offering access to information. If I could link you to a short live call we're hosting that explains everything, would you be open to checking it out? Right?
Ooh,
That's to invite
like
them.
that.
Yeah, that's to invite them on the call tomorrow. So simple. You can do this via text. You can do this via text messaging, right? You're not trying to close them. You're only inviting. All right? You're being respectful, you're being intentional, you're connecting with what's applicable to them. And you can do this for so many people. Think about people don't think just, oh, big leaders. Think about everybody else. There's 90% more of everyone else than there are of the 10 percenters. So really, if we just focus on those, we should have 8, 9, 10 legs optimized. It's only $30 to get started. And now with the promotion that's happening in the next 2, 3 days, you could be very intentional with this. And that's all I'm doing all day. I'm supposed to go out, there's blue skies, but you know what? I'm going to be inviting all day long. So I'm going to turn it over to Louis to show us where to find all these things.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Here we are. I'm inside of boards. I'll just take it all the way back to the front. The Warrior Movement boards. This is how it looks on your phones, on your computers. If you have it set out that way, scroll all the way down to the bottom. And one of the last ones down here is invite to ignite. Click on that one, and it will take you. I love my computer. To these 6 boxes. The one that we were just looking at, the invite scripts. Second one, or first one, second column. And then that 4-step invite framework right here, first button right here. Click on that and it gives you that whole thing you were just looking at. All 4 steps right there. The framework that you need to send out as many invites as possible. If you're looking for examples under opportunity invites, if you're inviting somebody to look at this as a business opportunity, these are some of those examples. Somebody who's a current customer that you're trying to get switched over to the business, somebody on your chicken list. That's always a fun one. A network marketing leader invites, or somebody who's already in the biz who understands it and you don't have to snow them. They already know what's going on. Just be real, be honest, be truthful. And they've got all of this, all of these already like sort of laid out for you in case you need examples of what to start with. And a great way for you to see different examples of things that you could use. But please, like Mrs. Harper was saying, be you, be authentic. It's your authenticity, it's your willingness to be who you really are with the person that you're trying to connect with, that will honestly bring them in more so than anything else. People join people. People join people. People don't join companies. People don't join businesses. People join people. And I got to tell you, that's for me, that's absolutely true. Um, when I was first introduced to Kayani way back in the day, uh, it wasn't because of the products that I joined in. It wasn't because of the business plan or the comp plan, which was phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. It was the people that I was going to be working with. Uh, John and Jane, Melissa, my friend Linda, who had actually put the invite out to me, who I originally told no to when she first asked me. It's her fault that I'm here right now. And I mean, honestly, it was really the people. And then I got to meet Brad. Brad actually came out here to Cali. He was out here in San Diego at one of the events, and just open, honest, genuine. Um, the day I signed up, this it's funny, the second my um registration went through, uh all of a sudden I get a phone call, and uh it wasn't Brad, it was actually his brother. What's his brother's name?
Matt.
Matt. It was Matt who called. Matt called me. And I'm like, who the hell? He's like, hey, I see you just signed up. Um, Congratulations and welcome. Just wanted to let you know who I am. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. So right off the bat, right from jump, he was automatically making this a different experience for me from everything else I'd ever done before. Like, no one had ever contacted me before in any company that I've been in and said, hey, just wanted to let you know that we're here for you. Like, that was like right off the bat kind of a situation. I was like, wow, okay, so this is going to be a little bit different. And we had that with Kayani, and then here we move into this company, and boom, like I'm getting James on the first day. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, whoa, all right. And James and Becky are like just fielding every single call possible, that I still think that they were insane for doing it the way they did it, but God bless them. They were fielding calls. They're like, you got a question, you put it right in this chat and we will answer you as soon as physically possible.
Yep.
When I realized he was here in San Diego and answering questions at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was like, okay, look,
Mhm.
you got some dedication going on right there. You got something special right here. And oh my gosh, that first month was insane. I'm like
Oh
watching
God.
we're asking questions. Everyone else is asking questions. Everyone's coming in. Becky, the miracle worker that she is, created a web page for the Canadians on
Yes.
how to sign up people.
They
I was
did
like,
their whole thing just to the customized. I mean,
yes,
it just so you see what I'm saying? How many people need that? Like all of that right
like
now.
that care and attention, that level of, hey, we care about you. What do you need? I was like, wow. Like to see that happen, I was like, I mean, Kayani
Honestly, we
was
didn't even
good,
have
but
that in Kayani. Dana and I,
right, we didn't have that one in Kayani. We
Dana
did
and I
like,
had to create everything. We made everything. I mean,
I
yeah, we were
know.
with James and everything. James, we were like the stepchild. So we made everything. We were on our own. We were in our own house. You know what I mean? The mom and dad were over there. And you know what I mean? We got attention once in a while, but that was about it. We had to do it all. So we picked James for what we thought he would offer as far as the support you're talking about, but they over exceeded
Yeah,
all
they,
of
I
our,
was
and they
really
still do.
shocked.
They still
Yeah,
do.
And
I'm
they
still
still do
shocked.
to this day. Yes.
We,
I was
I don't
in
know if you
shock.
guys know this, but Dana and I mean, James is personally coaching us right now weekly. You know what I mean? Like he is taking us in and like, and we're extending this to you. So if you see me go into specifics about certain things, we're passing it off, but he's taking and he's like, you know what, guys, I want to like help your team. I want to help you. So I'm like, how do you have time for all these other people and you still want to coach me? Because I know where we fall. I mean, we picked him, he put us where he wanted to put us in his organization, but we're somewhere. I mean, there's a lot going on in James. James got like 8 legs. Like you know what I mean? He's got a lot. He's shown us like he's good. Like he's got, and each line has leaders, big leaders doing their thing. So, but that's the soul that's here, right? That human aspect. And I think they have been a great example for other leaders in Partner Call. This collaboration and everything, I mean, all the leaders are amazing, but I think the kind of support, um, I mean, all the leaders are amazing though. I can say that. I mean, because even Todd and them, what they're doing with everyone, and Brent
And a lot,
Palmer,
Brent,
yeah,
yeah.
but just because they let us all be a part of their group.
yeah.
I mean, how many times have we gotten on their calls? That's not a normal. I mean,
Blurring the
I'm
lines
like,
of sponsorship is what it is.
yeah, and they're saying we don't care. We just want, and then they're saying we've got to call. We've got a talk in Texas or Tennessee or Alabama where they're more at, and they're going like, bring your people here. Just let us know.
Mhm.
Well, they really live up to that motto of being better together to show care and love of people, because when we make those statements in terms of health and wealth, to actually put it out there, Dr. Strand and how he delivers are the researchers, the Mark Pattersons, when you understand this is a true organization that works together because when we see the world and how it goes about in terms of its separation of everything, well, this company, and when you look at the owners here, I mean, it is truly a real organization because an organization is very organized. It works together with its people. There's caring, and as Amelia was saying, to have a culture of people, everyday, ordinary people who are of the same mind, the same mindset. So, not to say that there are probably a few out there, but they have to, in order for them to survive and to be within this organization, they've got to change their mindset because this is about caring. It's about
Mhm.
really love. So there is a difference here. There truly is a difference here that we have never, ever really seen within the industry. So we love Kiani, the Hansons and what they really were about. But, I remember Katie, to think if they had been a part of this,
Yes.
if they had teamed with this company, with these two leaders of this company, it would have been beautiful because if you look at it, yeah, we had Kirk. Kirk was the the backbone, but here just think of Kirk with these people, and when it's amazing. I had to even I looked at what's it, Kim Gray, these everyday ordinary people, everyday ordinary people, and they're just bearing themselves. So this is the beauty, I think, of this company. You know, us, of course, we've got our little accountability because we are really We are really family, guys.
I remember when we had the no call, was it for a week? When was that?
Oh yeah, I
Everyone
was
was
losing.
freaking. They were like, I miss you guys. I was like, look at them. They can't either. Go back to your lives.
We can't function without being around each other.
I said, go back to your lives. They're like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do in the morning now? Everything else.
I live in California. I stayed in bed.
I was gonna say I didn't mind getting to sleep in a little longer.
Yeah,
No,
no
but
arguments out of me on the I'll sleep in a little bit later today. It's fine.
But
right.
I did
So
miss everybody. It was like, oh, I feel disconnected. That was the thing. Felt
Yeah,
disconnected.
yeah.
yes, that was everyone
It's
was like
like the reason why I got on this call is when we dropped having the
VOCs.
call
DOC.
and the VOCs. And I'm like, I'm lost. I feel like I just lost an arm. And I said, then I asked if I could join this one, and I said, oh yeah, come on.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm super excited about where we are all going with this. I'm immensely gratified, what grateful. I'm immensely grateful
Sorry,
for
step away.
everything that we have uh within this group. I mean, the fact that I've got on this call all these time zones in all these countries, is just crazy right now. And I mean, it's to see everyone's growth, to see everyone's uh, extension beyond where they used to be, their energy that they're putting into becoming better, um, and the skill that they're doing it with. You guys aren't scared anymore of stuff. I
I don't
got
know
trigger
about
happy.
that.
I got trigger happy Mama Sandy over there. She'll just hit any button any time of the day. It's like,
Well, I mean, but I think the lack of fear is because even if you don't know, you have resources,
correct.
right? You have resources, and then the approach, like what we just went through with the framework. When you know that you're just being yourself, your caring self, this would be hard if we were a community of people that were just like sleazy and didn't really care about people, and you're just trying to get the next buck out of them. But because you are authentically you, and we are all here because we care about people and we love people, we want to help, we're growing something. Yes, this is a business, but it's more than that. We're growing a community, right? So when you know that you're coming from an authentic place, then it's not so scary. You can just be yourself and then let someone know of something that you have that is better, right? Which we do naturally anyway, right? We do it all the time. I mean, I've got somebody that's supposed to send me a link to some nice lashes. That company doesn't even know who I am, right?
Mhm.
So we do like that's why I like this industry. Like I like this business because I'm like, well, I'm doing what I do anyway. Um, So, so yeah, so you only get scared when, just if you take the whole like skill set thing out of it. For example, Thursday, yes, is there a little fear that I'm going to say the wrong thing and probably curse somebody mama out on that call? But yeah, of course, it's scary. It's like frightening to know that globally everybody's going to be watching, right? But then I told Dana when we were preparing and Pam, I said, what, people need this. And I'm a Bible teacher. It's a whole part of me I know I don't talk a whole lot about, but that is a huge chunk of who I am. In fact, I have a Bible study right after this. And I get to hear people share their inner selves, the hurt, the struggle, wanting to have God guide them, light, positivity. So that I know how to do. So when I switch the hat of, building business, make the sale of the 1,500, if you take that off and put it to one side and then put out the caring, the real side, then it's easy. Then I talk to the person. We're talking to people. We're talking to the soul. Just because I see soul behind Louis, that's just easier. Yeah, I'm
Works good.
talking to
Works
the
good.
talking to and that's what we're doing, connecting to the person. And so now Thursday, I'm excited. I'm like, okay, I'm happy that among the world of negativity, I get to share something good. put a little light out there, right? Just drop a little positivity. If anything, they leave that call upbuilt, hopeful, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
A
just
little
they know
positive, feel
positive.
better.
They know that there's
Mm-hmm.
something out there. Just the
And somebody
idea.
cares.
Somebody
Somebody
cares.
cares.
Somebody, I can relate to this person. Wow, I was inspired. That's great. That's better than money. That's better than money. Because those are the type of moments where, how many times in this industry I've had people come to me like, this lady told me, I cannot, it was 8 years ago I heard you and you said this. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
8 years. Child, I don't know what I even said yesterday. But it was sharing that piece of my story or a moment in one of the trainings. I don't know if she said Montana or where, I forget what I was like, child, but that impacted that person. It made such an imprint that years later, and I'm just like, I'm trying to remember who they are, right? But that's what we have, and that's why I'm so happy to be here. And I'm happy that this is an environment that encourages it. This company encourages it. Amari did not align with us. That's why we repelled it. It just they didn't
Mm-mm.
care about people, and that was
Mm-mm.
disgusting.
I
Mm-mm.
didn't feel like we were wanted. And then they made it so hard for us to do anything.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
even know, when we went to, was it California? I mean, those
Yep.
Probably out
people,
here in Costa Mesa.
I
Yeah.
mean, they couldn't even look at you to give you a greeting.
I
It
just saw
was like,
pictures of that the other day. So we were getting the slides ready. Where we Dana's like, look up pictures of our team from where, to talk about our story. I was like, okay. I'm scrolling photos. I got my foot up on the bed, and I'm like, you know, and then I go, oh, and I type in team in my Google Photos, and it's showing me just like years of team stuff, right? And then I come upon Costa Mesa, and I was just like, oh. And then, we were invited to that leadership at, was it Hip Tran?
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
it was
yeah,
Hip's place.
yeah.
Wasn't it a turnover like they were bringing us in, kind of
And
like?
they ate
Right.
your food. They ate your food, Amelia, remember?
Child, it took my food.
Okay.
It was a good plate.
No, who took your food? The workers?
I must
It
have
was
I
been.
don't know.
I
somebody,
made
yeah,
a
somebody they were
del
cleaning
I
up and they
made a
took her plate.
delicious with the tacos and everything. I will never
Mm,
forget that. That made me so mad.
you
We
play
went to
about my
take
food.
that they, we were,
You know
I
what I
know
mean?
you mad, Erica. Erica and I don't play with our free food.
Because I,
Right.
because I was going, I'm asking you, did you have a lovely time? And I'm asking all this, Amelia. Are you kidding me?
I
I
was
mean,
so
are
mad.
you,
But
Literally upset,
anyway,
upset for weeks too. There
I'm
wasn't just a single
waking
I
day.
up and all this stuff.
was so mad because I remember Carl was there. That was endearing. Carl really wanted it to work.
Mhm.
And James is doing his thing, leader of Team Fusion. And I looked at the picture yesterday, and there was a picture of James, and so Hip had this beautiful glass house,
It was beautiful.
gorgeous, that overlooked this
That
valley.
garage, that garage and all the
Yeah,
cars.
overlooked the valley, and all this stuff. And we weren't allowed in the house. The family looked at us through the glass, and they were just like, oh, look at the peasants out there, and just waved, and.
Peasants.
And I remember just trying so hard, and Hip didn't even want to, like, he kind of kept himself separate from everyone. And it was like, look at this good thing I'm doing for you, right? And Carl bridged the gap. And anyway, listen, it was nothing compared to what we have here. And I don't need to go to Darren and John's bedroom to feel close, you know, just a little, it doesn't take much to show someone that you care, that you actually are interested in them,
Mhm.
so
Well, just
Dana and
like
I,
when we were in Destin, I stopped and got a picture with them, and they had
Mhm.
no problem.
hmm,
You know, just yeah, everybody get in.
I think they even felt offended because I walked by them 2, 3 times, didn't take a picture. I think it hurt John's feelings. I was just letting everyone else get a turn because I was like, I've spent time with you in Puerto Rico. I've done stuff with you. I'm gonna let everybody else that maybe it's their first event. I was being nice. What would Jesus do? Kind of moment.
Mhm.
Right? But I
Mhm.
think a couple of times I walked by him and he was kind of like, wow, she ain't even trying to take no pictures. I'm like, I sure ain't. And I think he got a little, he got a little sad there. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm just letting you do, the thing and letting everyone else enjoy you guys, but it's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. And if we just share this with more people that need it, more people are stuck home or feeling uncertain. Like Dana mentioned, I was talking to Dana, he said this real life is happening out there for everyone. Real life.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Real and it's ugly, it's some ugly
Mhm.
bitter stuff. People are losing their
Oh, yes.
jobs,
Mm.
Oh,
losing their
yes.
incomes. And if we speak into that, and just open the door, just come and take a look. Come and take a look. And if it's anything like we're saying, they'll come and take a peek and be inspired. The right ones will be inspired. I'm more interested in the ones that are the right ones than the ones that are not. We don't want everybody.
No, we want the
Everybody
ones that want
necessary.
Well, that's
want
the
to be
beauty
here.
of networking too, because you have the choice. You really have a choice of who you really want to work with.
We don't.
That's a wonderful thing about network marketing. I remember that um, from the beginning, of networking. It's like uh, when you see that soul that Louis got behind him, and you get to work directly, you get to meet these people directly, connect with people directly, and who you want to be with. And Amelia has so, in terms of eloquently said here, in terms of, well, Louis said that. Louis actually said that in terms of um, people connection, they choose you.
Yes.
They choose you. So I remember the very first time I met Amelia, you know, on the phone, and I'm going, and we screamed, and it was like we just knew each other forever. So it was she and Teresa, you know, how we connected. I mean, honestly, guys, I
And
mean,
that happened in this
mm,
industry. That's amazing. I would have
yes,
never known I was saying the ever, ever.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So and
you
imagine Teresa, someone who doesn't, she's not even actively building the business. She just happened to, in that moment, follow the system finally. And by doing that, it led to Mama Sandy. And what if I was a standoff leader or whatever and didn't work? Like I was sitting there, we're working through this, and she's like, I've got a call, I've got this lady, I met my
oh, there's a
nephew
lady in
on
Illinois.
a
I'm
on a
in New York.
plane. And he said his aunt, he's not interested, but his aunt, I mean, it was so elaborate and so random, like
Right,
so far-fetched. So that's another lesson, right? You could
right,
be talking to someone, but they might not be the one. They might be the
right,
conduit, the connection to the
right.
person that you're supposed to bless this with. So that's a
I
thought,
know,
you
I
know,
know. And
that's
I
a
mean,
thought.
look at the when we look at you were in New York, I'm in Illinois, and now when we look at our team, we're everywhere.
Where
But yet, how connected we are, how we are truly family. Canada, Australia, Africa. I mean, this is something. Twyla over there in the Twilight Zone to me.
we in
Who do I?
the
Who,
Twilight. We don't even know what Twilight is.
And I
You
got
know,
sleet and snow coming down right
I
now.
was actually thinking about it. I was like, I gotta ask Twyla, when is the warmest time of the year? And then Dana and I will come visit.
Um,
We should all go to Twyla's in
July,
the warmest time of the year.
July, August. August is probably the warmest because the rivers are warm then and everything. So it's fun to go out and get on the rivers. We have crystal clear rivers. I mean, you can see the rocks. You look down, you see the rocks all the way down. They're not muddy. They're not nothing. They're crystal clear.
I
You
want
can
to
go to
milk a
the.
cow.
Well, I have friends that have cows. We could probably find one.
Louis, I know you can't take me nowhere.
Because the point being about milking a cow is they like to kick. Paul had his family owned a dairy for years,
Oh,
but then they didn't milk them by hand. They have milkers.
then I'll probably hop over to Ken and have Ken give me one of his cows some milk.
Longhorns? I don't know. They got no.
Bucket
You
list,
walk out
Louis.
there with
Bucket
them.
list.
Bucket list.
You
You're
make it
correct.
out.
Bucket list.
I would look at you and go, "Oh yeah, no,
Hey,
it's not
Joy.
fun to get up at 4 in the morning to go milk cows."
Oh, is it? Is that what time you have to do it?
Well, no, because they had to do it before they had to go to school because he was in
Oh,
high
yeah.
school. So you had to
Yeah.
get up, get the cows in, wash them off. You wash the teats off, put the milkers on, put the feed out. They had feed drop down all the time, and then they would rotate in. There was one time they couldn't get them in because there was a bear eating the molasses grain. The cows would not go in the barn. They're trying to get the dogs on them and everything. And they went to the bottom of the thing. So they walked in, and he goes, "Oh," he walked back out because they have doors that open and close. He says, "Then we sent the dogs in to chase the bear out. And then they could start milking."
Okay. Well, that sounds like a very different type of life.
The traumas of farming.
Lord have mercy. If I saw a bear,
When
I'd
they
quit.
had the dairy they had, it was just right off the top of the mountain up here. The mountain, and then it comes down, and they were like within the tree line of where the bears in that corridor is.
I've been on
Oh,
Pack
you ever
Ross
had
Cave.
Paul tell him stories about the bears? Well, heck, we have bears down on our creek. I mean, Paul's got pictures of them walking through, jumping up, getting in the grain we had piled up.
Yeah, we just have hawks. We just have hawks and mountain lions out here in my neighborhood. Not a
Well, we
joke.
have
We literally have hawks and
we
mountain
don't
lions
have
in my
hogs.
neighborhood.
We don't have hogs, but we have mountain lions and we have bobcats and we have
You
wolves.
guys are more primitive. I live in, I mean, it's just brick city. It's just,
I live in San Diego.
I
I
got
just
like
happen to live near a
lizards.
national forest.
I got like
We have
lizards.
squirrels and rabbits. We have squirrels and rabbits and raccoons.
So on my farm, like just before we close, because I do have to hop off.
So do I.
On my farm in Nigeria, because we got like 2 acres, and we went out there to try to map out what we're trying to do the survey the land and all that stuff. Oh, so much work for me when I get home. But while we're out there, so I'm walking around with my mom. My mom's over here. I'm on the other side, and we got the guy and everybody. And then someone says, "Rabbit!" And I'm like, "Where? Where?" We're chasing the rabbit because I'm trying to get the rabbit so we can roast it up for dinner.
So you can roast it.
I was like, "Rabbit!"
You're talking about a. I love how you talk that your farm is 2 acres. My yard is 2 acres.
Exactly. Well,
Right.
yeah, that's little. Like that's all I can. I cannot go more than that.
I mean, I
cannot
mow
less
two
more.
acres. If I don't mow more than that, I probably mow about 5 acres between
Ooh,
the machinery
ooh, I
area
can't
and
stand
that.
it.
I
Mm-mm.
I
have
used
riding
to mow
lawnmowers. So it's
4.
not bad. It's riding lawnmowers. They're not bad. I actually put your headphones on, listen to whatever, and you go.
I'd finish like 10 books.
Well, Mama
We,
Sandy used to mow 4 because we had 22 acres and we used to allow the former we would sublet, which would help us with our taxes. And they would have corn and soybeans. So when they would sell off, that's how we paid for our land basically. But I lived in the community, which is right up the road. Amelia, I never took you up there. But this is all farmland, and this is like Route 66, where the gold rush people used to come through here on the way to California, and a lot of them just settled in this area. So it's just a lot of farmland. But
Wow.
I never, yeah,
Paula and
yeah,
I own 120
acres.
acres.
Wow.
We used to
Wow.
have over 600, but we sold when with the ranch, with his dad's and the ranch. We sold a bunch of that off, so now we only owe 120.
Oh, just that? That's not much at all.
That's
Um, well, I'm gonna hop off, guys. God
I'm going
bless.
to end this
yes,
call as well
guys.
because our brother's got to go to work today. I love you guys
Yes.
dearly. It is Tuesday, so don't forget we have our IPA call this evening. It is
Yeah.
another power hour. This week it's all power hours all the way through Thursday.
Yes.
We are inviting to the Invite to Ignite calls. Thank you to both the interpreters. Greatly appreciate you guys. And if you guys have any questions throughout the day, feel free to hit up any of the leaders anywhere along the line, and we'll answer you as fast as we can. I'm amazingly including myself in the list of leaders. Good, welcome to my new life.
Three-way chats are awesome. We know people are busy, but if you are feeling uneasy on maybe this is someone on your chicken list, just, connect them with, the person that's leading the expansion of, and then you just do the same scripting, okay? And then just create a three-way chat.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
we're
this
doing
little
that.
lady. Yeah, she adored you guys in when we were in Kiani. So I'm thinking that's a
Yes,
great three-way chat because
do it. Put Dana and
she
I
Yes.
in
already
there.
knows you. The power's there. It's like done.
And
I just
Erica,
got to
the,
get
the
off that
leaders,
chicken list and get in and just start talking to her a little bit more, not just bring her in wham bam. Go
right.
in, see how life's going, how the kids are, what's up.
Yeah. So,
And
and one thing I would say when just one last note, when you're inviting to the presentations, don't say, oh, we have 3 presentations. Like, what are you doing? Find out their availability, and then you
Oops,
invite
sorry.
them to the presentation for that night. But of course, you can
right.
always promote the one on Thursday. We have a special presentation. You might know these people. I don't know if you remember, but they are literally rock. You edify and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Edify.
Yeah. Okay. All
All
right,
right,
Howard.
kids.
Love
This has
you.
been great. Love
Yeah.
that I got to see you all this morning. Have a fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you either tonight on the IPA call or tomorrow morning on our next call here. Have a great
Yeah.
one.
Bye,
Bye.
Enjoy the
guys.
Hi,
weather. Enjoy the
everybody.
weather wherever you are.
Bye. Have a
No,
good
No,
I
one.
got snow, sleet,
no.
rain kind of going on.
Freezing. 14 degrees today. I'm good.
We'll talk